Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, back with our next crazy camp, and this time I'm gonna throw you a little bit of a curveball, because it's my camp. Yeah. Now to be fair, I didn't really want to share my camp, but the camp that I had lined up for crazy camps fell through at the last minute, so you're stuck with my camp. I hope you enjoy it. Now I did try to go with more of a lore-friendly type build with this one, trying to build a small settlement. I really enjoy attempting to build lore-friendly type camps that feel like they belong wherever you build them. Mostly because it can be a real pain to pull it off properly. So hopefully you think I did a decent job with it. I like it. So over here in the train car, set up a little Blue Ridge caravan shop of sorts. Now right down the road a little ways is the Blue Ridge caravan, so I'm going with the thought of this as extending their supply route. Now over here where we got the cool little fire, that thing normally doesn't have a fire in it. In fact, it doesn't really seem to want you to place anything in there, so it is a massive pain to pull that off. Same type of situation with trying to put a collectron underneath your mega mansion, or say where I've got my shelter entrance, and as you can see I merged that thing down into the dirt really far. So that should give you a hint as to how I pulled off, well, the collectron, the shelter, and that fire. All of them are thanks to the merge trick. Now back in this little area, of course we got the brewing station, a chemistry station, merged in this stuff to try to change up the look of things. Now there used to be a mannequin back here, but unfortunately when they added in the new trailer, I needed the budget, so I had to ditch them. They got exiled from the settlement, and it was a painful moment because I really didn't want to kick them out. But I needed that budget. I wish they didn't cost so much budget so I could have kept them, but, you know, 'tis the wasteland. So there are only 2 doors in my camp that I actually try to keep closed. The curtain is one of them, and then there is another one in the lone trailer. And we'll get to that in a minute. Over here we got a neat little dining kind of area. Now, I tried to make sure that I didn't use the same chair too many times. So normally it's a pair of chairs per table, all of them different types of chairs for each pair. Because I feel like if you're going out into the wasteland and gathering chairs, you're not going to have a full set of the same chairs. That is highly unlikely. But let's move on to the trailer over here, because I pulled off something really cool. I don't know how many other people have figured this out. But you can totally get a foundation in here. Well, at least I'm thinking I got mine in here because there was dirt coming through my floor a little bit. So I decided to run with that. And I was like, well, I wonder if I could put down a foundation. And oh my god, I can! Oh, this is awesome. Unfortunately, I could only squeeze 1 foundation in here. It wouldn't let me put a second, but gave me the perfect opportunity to build a nice little bedroom area for the house and build a closet. Yeah, look at that. I mean, what else would you keep in a closet other than your skeletons, right? I know, it's a little bit of a cheap joke, but you gotta enjoy it to some extent. So this trailer is more thought of as possibly being like a mayor's type living establishment. But let's move over to the Mega Mansion. So first thing I gotta say, the Mega Mansion and the trailer we just left, easily 2 of my favorite prefabs in the game. And I am not a huge fan of prefabs, but these 2 fit the world so well. I can't help but enjoy them. Now, of course, in the shop, at the very back, we got a little bit of a living space for our shopkeep, who I just got stuck on or something. Let me work my way around. Plenty of stuff on display in here, trying to give the illusion that it's items for sale. And you would be surprised when people come to this camp to try to buy stuff, almost no one buys from the store. They all go to the Blue Ridge Caravan to buy stuff. I mean, I can't say I blame them, but it makes it a little awkward when you have a line of people all at Blue Ridge Caravan and no one's walking over to the store. Up here on the patio, neat little chill area. If I lived in the game, I could totally see hanging out there. Now let's make our way into the second trailer. Now I tried to set this one up more like a normal type of trailer that you would live in, where it's got a little bit of a living room type area, and then over on the other side we've got a little kitchen, a sleeping area off in one side. Now as I went through building my camp / settlement, I tried to keep in mind, where would the people who stay here, where would they all sleep? How would this all function if it were a legitimate settlement? Now, one thing I felt was going to be a necessity up here on the top floor would be having a doctor or a medic. So, perfect spot for my ally. Set up a nice little doctor's office up here. It is kind of weird though, because sometimes he just decides he's going to vanish, and I'll see him like a couple football fields from my camp, way off in the distance. And then he'll slowly start to work his way back. It may be that he's offended by the fact that, you know, I dressed him up like a responder and he's Brotherhood, but he'll get over it, right? Now, I do have something else pretty darn cool to share with you, and that would be the outhouse. Specifically, the stairs leading up to it. Nice little wooden set of stairs going up. You can walk up them no problem. I built those stairs from scratch, and it was a freaking pain, but I did it. It cost a fair amount of budget, but you know, is worth it in the end. So that is my lore-friendly camp that, if you got to see the name of it on the map, I named it the Heap, because it's a bunch of junk all kind of thrown together to build a settlement. But that's going to wrap up the tour of my camp. If you've got a crazy camp that you want to share, hop down in the comments, let me know. Make sure you give me your platform, brief description. I will try to check it out when I can. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.